Now, if you want to see the kind of danger that the government is really represents to all of us, take a look at how this is morphing and controlling and protecting the government. So they always invoke national security, but the national security is really about continuity of government. It's not about protecting you at all. This is an exclusive story from Mikhail Thalen and StoryLeak. It is in Washington state where representatives are being asked to pass legislation concerning the government's ability to implement continuity of government. Now, continuity of government was created at the height of the Cold War, as he says, during the 1960s, designed to give the federal government martial law powers in the event of a nuclear attack. But now they're looking for any excuse to invoke martial law. Look at what they're asking in Washington state. They're saying, change only enemy attack to any emergency disaster attack. They also want to give them a longer period of time. Initially, according to the now existing Washington state law, they would only have 30 days after a disaster, but now they want to amend that so that it would be as soon as practical. So this is what FEMA has been about all along. This is what we've been telling you all along. It's about continuity of government. It's not about aiding people in a disaster. They do a terrible job of that, just like the schools do a terrible job of teaching your children how to read and write. They have a different agenda. You need to understand what that is, and you can clearly see that in these changes that they're making in the Washington state legislation. Now, in our final story before the break, we got scores have been killed in Iraq bloodshed ahead of a Shiite holy day. Suicide bombers and gunmen killed scores of people in Iraq on Monday in attacks mostly targeting Shiite Muslim pilgrims and official buildings ahead of a major ritual next week. Now, these are al-Qaeda-linked Sunni Muslim militants, and it's the deadliest levels of violence in 5 years. I guess it's a little bit too soon to declare victory from a troop surge in Iraq. Unfortunately, it looks like al-Qaeda is surging again and will likely be in charge. Even though we took out Saddam Hussein, it looks like we're now going to have the CIA's al-Qaeda ultimately in charge in Iraq. That's the way things appear to be trending now. We'll be right back after the break. We've got information about Google's rise of the robots and gun rights fights. Stay tuned.
My friends, Alex Jones here to tell you about some of the most important information concerning you and your family's health. Radiation levels have more than doubled in the last 60 years in the Northern Hemisphere from all of the nuclear testing and radiological accidents. Radioactive contamination is now in most of the food supply. There's only 2 ways to avoid this. Move south of the equator or properly protect your thyroid with nascent iodine. Looking to protect my family, I've done deep research. Nascent iodine is the purest, cleanest, absolute best form of iodine to protect yourself and your family. It's made right here in the USA, completely non-GMO. I searched out the best quality and now have developed a double-strength form of nascent iodine, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Nascent iodine is on record as one of the only safe ways to detox from fluoride poisoning. Survival Shield Nascent Iodine. Secure your super high-quality nascent iodine today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.